Om Namah Shivaya. A few small tips for purifying the mind. Discourse by MahaPeriyava from the book Voice of God, Volume 1. There are quite a few things which are useful for purifying the mind. These are only simple dharmas which our forefathers had been doing for generations. Their lives were filled with happiness and satisfaction. If we see how they conducted themselves and follow them, that would be enough. No new discipline is needed. We can also be happy and satisfied. Not only in highly spiritual matters our forefathers have shown us the way, but also in matters relating to conduct in the family and the society. For example, relationship and friendship were preserved in those days in an excellent manner. Whether it was a marriage or obsequies, several people came together and conducted it. What great quality it was! In those days, there was no outward show as it is now. But it was only then that helping the poor in a real way was spontaneous, both in attitude and action. Those who went to attend marriages reduced the burden of the person celebrating the marriage by giving 5 or 10 rupees. In a large gathering, if a number of people contribute, each in a small way, it is enough. It is not a big burden for those who give, but the person who receives would get something substantially. This is how, if a poor person was in difficulty to celebrate a marriage or perform obsequies, others contributed, each in a small measure, and had the function or ceremony conducted. In those days, there was not much discrimination between the rich and the poor among the relatives. The rich person extended great help to a poor relative. These are all part of dharma. Helping a person in hardship will contribute to the purification of the mind of the giver more than that of the receiver. But today, everything has changed. Rich people do not have concern for relatives as in the olden days. The attitude to help a poor relative is much less now. What was done in the olden days was real annadhanam. These days, people arrange parties and feasts for those who are rich like themselves. A lot of money and materials are thus spent in the country. There is nothing in this for dharma or for purification of the mind. A person calls another for a party or feast with a personal motive. He thinks that he has deceived those for whom he has arranged a party. The person who accepted the party also knows this. This man has not given me party out of love. He has a motive. But without showing his feelings, he eats happily and goes. Therefore, if the person who gave the party cheats the other, the person who accepted and enjoyed the party is going to cheat his host. Thus, all feasts and toasts or mere deception are not useful for purifying the mind. When material help was extended to the poor or annadhanam was given to them, there was mutual affection and real joy for both the giver and the receiver. Nowadays, when parties are arranged, not only is there no real affection, but they also result in hatred. When those with means arrange parties, those without means develop a feeling of hatred and enmity. I have said all this to make it clear that among relatives there should be no feeling of rich and poor. Others should not think it's only those who have the means that can extend monetary help and earn punya. Extending bodily help to others is a great virtue. It will greatly help to purify the mind. Those who have no means can thus render bodily help to others. Each one, there is no need for others to know this. If he goes to a pathway and removes the thorn, glass pieces, etc., which are found there, that will greatly help cleanse the mind. This simple dharma can be followed by anyone, without distinction of rich and poor. All people in an area can come together and dig a tank. If we say God's grace is needed, how will that grace come? It is only by performing philanthropic acts and actions which reflect love for all beings. Purity of mind can be achieved, and in such a pure mind, one can see the Lord. Just as a reflection cannot be seen in turbid water, we keep our mind disturbed and suffer that handicap of not being able to see the Lord. With devotion to the Lord and doing philanthropic acts, due to which the mind becomes clear, we can see the Lord's form and receive His grace. Om Namah Shivaya. In the next post, we shall see MahaPeriyava talk about faults and virtues. Om Namah Shivaya. Hara Hara Shankara Jai Jai Shankara. Kanchi Shankara Kamakoti Shankara.